Well, our first question of the day is a bit of a doozy. It asks, suddenly became Southern, it asks, as it is Tuesday, I was wondering if taco sauce can be used to clean a penny. And if so, how do that work?
Sure. Well, I'll be happy to answer that question. So I actually, while we were kind of going here, I had to look this up. My assumption was that what would clean, so taco sauce is essentially tomato paste, and it's vinegar, and it's salt. And vinegar is acidic, and so my assumption was that it was the acid that was cleaning the copper. So when a copper gets tarnished, what's happening is, when a penny gets tarnished, the copper on the outside of the penny is oxidizing. So oxygen, atmospheric oxygen, is joining with the copper metal on the outside of the penny. And when the oxygen attaches to copper and makes copper oxide, it does not reflect light in the same way that the shiny surface of a copper penny normally does. So they get tarnished over time, and my assumption was that it was probably the vinegar, the acid in the taco sauce that was cleaning the penny. But I looked it up really fast just to see and managed to find somebody had done a science experiment here. I won't go through everything they did, but this is somebody ran a science fair experiment to try to see what it actually was. And they found that the vinegar did not have as big of an effect as they would have expected. Salt by itself didn't have a big effect. Tomato paste by itself did not have a big effect. What it was, or what it seemed to be, was the combination of salt and vinegar.
That's what I thought, maybe.
Oh, really? Why did you think that?
Because of the abrasiveness, and then also the sodium and something. I don't know. I was trying to clean something.
Yeah, so actually the
second
second thing that you were mentioning was, I think, what it mainly was. So acids are solutions that have ions in them, and it's very easy for them to pull salt apart. So salt is sodium chloride, so sodium, partially sodium and partially chlorine. And when you dissolve salt in vinegar or any acid, it breaks apart into sodium ions, which have a positive charge, and chlorine ions, which have a negative charge. And so it's probably the presence of those ions in the vinegar that help to pull the oxygen away from the copper, leaving the penny shiny and not tarnished anymore. Because what you're really trying to do, if copper oxide is the tarnish, copper oxide has a formula of just CuO, so copper and oxygen hooked together, and you're trying to rip the oxygen back off and attach it to something else. Oxygen has a negative charge, so having positively charged particles, such as sodium ions, would go a long way to removing those. Although I wouldn't doubt that there's some abrasive factor too. Probably doesn't hurt, let's say.
Yeah.
Subscribe!
Come on, push the button.
You know you want to.
Do it.